this now. This is sine 7 theta minus sine theta minus sine 3 theta is equal to 0. Now the trick is that if we apply formula for sine minus sine, we will end up getting sine 3 theta in that. What is sine minus sine? 2 cos sine. Okay, so 2 cos this plus this by 2, that is 4 theta, sine this minus this by 2, 3 theta, minus sine 3 theta is equal to 0. Correct? So now I can take sine 3 theta as common and factorize it as 2 sine 4 theta, 2 cos 4 theta minus 1 is equal to 0. Correct? So what does this mean? Either sine 3 theta should be 0 or 2 cos 4 theta minus 1 should be 0. And therefore we will get solution. So sine 3 theta is equal to 0 or 2 cos 4 theta minus 1 is equal to 0. So if we solve this, we will get one solution set. If we solve this, we will get another solution set. Okay, so let us solve it. If sine 3 theta is equal to 0, then solution set काय येणार? 0 कोणता असतो आपला? 0 आणि 180 आणि आपल्याला काय सांगितलंय? 0 आणि पाय पर्यंतच विचार करायचे, त्याच्या पुढचा विचार करायचाच नाहीये. सो फॉर 0 sin 3 0, that means sin 0 is equal to 0. Satisfying? Yes. So 0 is a solution. पुढे पाय 3 पाय 0 ते पण. मग आता sin 3 theta मध्ये is equal to 0 मिळण्यासाठी यातले सगळे शोधून काढा. That will be fun. So we can, in this case, in this problem, we can write solution set as 0 is a solution. Then 3 theta is equal to pi. झालं की solution set मिळणार. 3 theta is equal to pi. So pi by 3. So pi by 3 is another solution from this. 3. अजून pi by 6 टाकला तर उत्तर किती येणार? 3 times pi by 6, 2 pi. 2 pi ना 3 theta. Sin value 0. So pi by 6 is also answer. आता लिस्टिंग का करतोय पण? नाही? अरे हां सॉरी pi by 6 2 pi by 3. आता आपण लिस्टिंग का करतोय? आपण जनरल सोल्युशन सेट का नाही लिहिते? कारण आपल्याला फक्त 0 to pi रिपोर्ट करायचे आहेत म्हणून. आणि मग क्वेश्चन विल बी लाईक दिस, हाऊ मेनी सोल्युशन्स एक्झिस्ट इन दिस क्वेश्चन इन दिस रेंज फ्रॉम 0 to pi फॉर दिस ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक इक्वेशन. So you are supposed to write that number, and then if it is integer type, the number could be less than 9 or 9. So there you have to be very accurate in listing this, otherwise you may end up getting answer 7, 6 or 9. Maybe 9 is a correct answer. So you cannot afford to miss any of them, and therefore we need to understand what exactly we are doing and can we write down all of them. So one by one. So basically this needs to be solved, and for 0 to pi value of theta, not 3 theta, value of 3 theta, you are supposed to list all of them. Second, we are supposed to solve this pending. So cos 4 theta is equal to half. हा अजून येणार आहे त्याच्यात, मी सगळे लिहिले नाही, बरेच येणार आहे. You have to check one by one. I mean, just keep increasing from 0 and check for which values 3 theta becomes 0. And 3 theta becomes 0 means 3 theta is either 0 or 3 theta is pi. Either your terminal ray is coincident with positive x-axis or terminal ray is coincident with negative x-axis. So all those values of theta you must report here one by one. One by one, I mean put it, report it, and after some time it will be over, because from 0 to pi only we are supposed to put. समझ? Okay. Now how do we solve this? Maybe we will solve this in general and then figure out. So cos 4 theta is half. So 4 theta is equal to pi by 3. Okay, and we have already written down the solution set. So solution set for 4 theta is equal to, बोला cos चा काय होता, cos चा solution set काय होता 2n pi plus or minus theta naught, आणि कोण आहे theta naught आपला आता pi by 3 where n belongs to z. बरोबर आहे. So this is my 4 theta and therefore solution set for theta is equal to 1/4 of all this and therefore 1/4 of this first. त्यामुळे n pi by 2 plus minus pi by 12 where n belongs to z. हा जनरल सोल्युशन सेट लिहिला. आता दगड मारत बसायचं. n is equal to 0, n is equal to 1, n is equal to 2 आणि याच्यात जे येणारे आकडे आहेत ते सगळे इथे लिस्ट करायचे. n is equal to -1, n is equal to -2 टाकून बघायचे सगळे शांत डोक्याने आणि you list all of them. That is your complete solution set. So maybe this is bad actually. We thought this is good, but if it would have been general solution set, we would have finished it faster. समजलंय का? So you are solving for, so it is not necessary that every time you will end up getting quadratic equation or a cubic equation for solving trigonometric equation. Sometimes you need to look for just factorization, and therefore those formulae must be important, are important because those formulae change summation of trigonometric ratios into product of trigonometric ratios, and therefore factorization is possible, solution of trigonometric equation is possible. Okay. Now as far as squaring and how it is dangerous in solving, let me give you a simple example and explain you how you add unnecessary roots in that and which are not actually the roots. Okay, small example, sin theta is equal to 1. Suppose I am asking you to solve this trigonometric equation. So sin theta is equal to 1. Then one method is, what is the solution set of this? Write down. Solution set of this. When are we getting sin theta equal to 1? Pi by 2 or 5 pi by 2 or 9 pi by 2, something like that. So therefore solution set for this in terms of our general solution set for sin is -1 raised to n pi by 2 plus n pi where n belongs to z. बरोबर आहे काय? हे आपण लिहिलेलं आहे ऑलरेडी हा सेट. ओके. नाव लेट अस डू मेथड 1. Method 2. Now let us get into cos 2 theta because we know we can get into cos 2 theta using sin. So sin square theta is equal to 1. So 2 sin square theta is equal to 2. And what is 2 sin square theta? 1 minus cos 2 theta. So 1 minus cos 2 theta is equal to 2. Therefore cos 2 theta is equal to -1. And therefore let us write down solution set for cos 2 theta now. What is general solution set for? So solution set for 2 theta is equal to, what is cos the solution set काय? 2 pi n plus minus -1 है ना, it is a good angle. -1 is pi. So 2 pi n plus minus pi where n belongs to z is 2 theta. Therefore solution set for theta is equal to, divide everything by 2. We get n pi plus minus pi by 2. N belongs to z. Okay. So now because we have squared and solved, we got this solution set. Without squaring, we got this solution set. Let us take some value. N is equal to 0. In this case, n is equal to 0. What is the answer? Pi by 2 is sin pi by 2 1. Correct. Now, if we take n is equal to 0 here, what answer do we get? Pi by 2, that is correct answer. We get here. as well as we get one more answer which is minus pi by 2. Where sin theta is not equal to 1, it is minus 1. But because we squared, minus 1 square is 1. But minus 1 is not the solution set. Do you understand? Where we are adding additional solution sets here. So this is for every solution in this, we have one more solution in this. So this is double solution set compared to this. And if we report this, we are not correct. Because there are only few values of theta in this solution set which satisfy this equation. We want to report solution set means all values of theta should satisfy given equation. And therefore, if we solve it like this, we need to keep eliminating all the unwanted solutions. So therefore, best practice is not to get into, not to square the equation as far as possible. And if you cannot solve without squaring, then after getting the solution set, just keep picking up those you want and just throw those you don't want. Okay. Second important, as far as possible, try to get into double angle also. Because double angle will require further correction like this. Maybe in a hurry you will write this as solution set for this equation, which is wrong. Because this is the solution set for double angle, not for theta. When you are solving trigonometric equation, you are supposed to find out values of theta and not 2 theta. Technically this is correct. 2 theta is equal to this. But, you are leaving some action for somebody else. You are supposed to solve it for theta, not someone else for you. Okay? So if you take this care, solving trigonometric equation is simple. The most difficult part in that is using trigonometric identities to convert the given trigonometric equation into solvable trigonometric equation. That is the only difficult part. But again, that goes back to how you are good in remembering those formulas. Right? Good. So this is as far as trigonometric equations is concerned. Now, the work that we require to do, maybe remaining 6 hours, will require a lot of good knowledge of geometry also. How many of you know x radius of a triangle, R1, R2, R3? Good. How many of you? There exists some circle, some are 3 circles which are x circles. How are they? Mahiye? Arey wah. So we will do that fast. Otherwise, we'll do it systematically but little fast. Another thing, if we have 3 altitudes in a triangle, then there are totally 3 more triangles which are similar to original triangle. All of you know that? Is it there in the syllabus? Say for example, in triangle ABC, I drop altitudes. And join these lines. Then triangle ABC is similar to triangle AEF. Are you aware of this? Can you, if I ask you to prove, can you prove it? Then only say yes, otherwise don't say. Triangle AEF. Was it there in your syllabus or you just otherwise know it? Otherwise, it was not there in the syllabus. So triangle ABC is similar to triangle AEF. Is also similar to triangle FBD. Is also similar to triangle EDC. We require this. This is fundamental information. We will prove it very quickly. We'll very quickly do it. So what? And then once we do some work on this configuration, then we are supposed to find out all these distances. In triangle, there are many distances. For example, this is orthocenter H. I want to find out AH. Suppose sides of the triangle are given and you are asked find out distance AH or find out distance HD, find out distance HB. And how many of you are aware of triangle I3, I2, I1? सगळ्यांना माहिती आहे? नाही, आपण करूया थोडा ब्रेक नंतर we will do that. First X circles and X radii. I will do that, don't worry. Fast करू. ज्यांना माहिती आहे त्यांना रिव्हिजन होईल त्यांना माहिती त्यांना पहिल्यांदा कळेल. अँड देन आफ्टर डुईंग दिस कॉन्फिगरेशन ऑल्सो आय एम सपोज टू फाइंड आउट ऑल these distances also, how much is I1, I2. If ABC is given, small ABC, a triangle ABC given, small ABC, sides of the triangle, then can we write down directly? Because now we have trigonometry as a good tool to find out all these values very quickly, so we need to write down all those distances also. Okay, so in 10 minutes maybe we will do something. If point P is on angle bisector of an angle, then it is we know this. If any point is on angle bisector of an angle, it is equidistant from its arms. Correct? And can we prove it quickly? This is angle bisector, therefore these two angles are equal. This is 90-90 and this is common side. Therefore SAA, not RHS, because it is 90 degree, it is not RHS. Common side, angle 90-90. Therefore by SAA we can prove that any point on angle bisector will be equidistant from its arms. Correct? Now if we are being given any point is equidistant from its arms, these distances are equal, PM and PN, then can we say that it lies on angle bisector? Yes, just let us see how. Join this BP, this is given to be equal, distance therefore perpendicular, and common side. Therefore now which test? These two are congruent by RHS, and therefore the point P lies on angle bisector. So actually these two statements, if one is true, the other is also true. If the second is true, then first is also true. If and only if I can go, if point belongs to bisector, then it is equidistant. If it is equidistant, then point belongs to bisector. So point. Therefore now if I draw triangle ABC and I draw two angle bisectors, one here and another here, U and V, these are angle bisectors, and let them intersect at P, then what can I say about P? P is equidistant from AB. This distance is R. This is also R, because point P lies on U, which is angle bisector. By this theorem, it is equidistant from AB and BC. Correct? R is equal to R. Now point P lies on angle bisector of C also. Therefore, it is also equidistant from CB and CA. So this is also R. These are perpendiculars, and this is a point P. Therefore, eventually what happens is P is equidistant from AB and AC also. P is equidistant from AB, BA and BC, because P lies on angle bisector. P is equidistant from CB and CA because it lies on angle bisector. Therefore, P is equidistant from AB and AC. And therefore, if I use that theorem in opposite direction, what I will get? P lies on angle bisector of A. A also. And then Therefore, these three angle bisectors in triangle are concurrent. Basic result, you must have done it. Now what happens is, if I draw angle bisector of external angle C, and suppose I don't draw internal, external angle B, and let them intersect at Q, then because point Q is equidistant from BC and BK, Q is equidistant from these two because it lies on angle bisector. Q is also equidistant from these two because it lies on angle bisector. This is equal, this is equal, this is equal. This distance is called R1. 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 And now I have got a point Q which is equidistant from line AB, line AC and line BC. Therefore, I can always draw a circle which is tangent to these three lines. Now, this circle is called X circle. If I draw a circle by keeping still point at P and radius equal to small r, I can draw a circle. This is called in circle. R is called in radius. So this circle is called X circle. This radius will be called X radius. Now if I have done the work opposite to angle A, I can do the same work opposite to angle B. There will exist another X circle sitting here which will have radius equal to R2 X radius. And now notation, this P is not called P, it is called I, which is in center. In circle, in radius, in center. Q is not called Q, it is called I, 1, opposite to A, therefore 1. So X center, 1. So here there will be I2 X center 2, X radius 2, X circle 2. Opposite to C there will exist another circle whose center will be I3, X center 3, X radius R3, X circle. So the moment you draw a triangle, all these circles are there. They are fixed. R1 is fixed, R2 is fixed, R3 is fixed, R is fixed. And because of concurrency of angle bisectors, this happens. Now, this line was angle bisector of C. This line is external angle bisector of C. And have you studied this property? If I have a linear pair and if I bisect this and if I bisect this, this is x, x, this is y, y, they all add up to 180, therefore x plus y will add up to 90, therefore they are perpendicular. So this fellow and this fellow, they are perpendicular. Now this line will go from I2 also and it is collinear, therefore this fellow is perpendicular. This way also it will be perpendicular. This way also, so therefore we can show that I1, I2, I3 is yet another triangle on which ABC are also sitting. ABC, these points, otherwise it would have been a hexagon. AI3, I3B, BI1, I1C, CI2, I2A. This would have been a hexagon otherwise, but because of this 90-90 business, they are collinear. I1C, I2 collinear, I2A, I3 collinear, I3B, I1 collinear, and hence it is not hexagon, it is a triangle. Therefore, the moment you draw ABC triangle, your in center is fixed, in radius is fixed, in circle is fixed. Your X circle opposite to A is fixed, radius R1 is fixed, I1 is fixed, I2 is fixed, I3 is fixed, triangle I1, I2 is fixed. So if I give you small a, small b, small c, that means sides of triangle ABC, everything else is fixed. And we should be able to figure out different distances, different angles, based on what information about ABC is given to us. So using this configuration, we will do so many things using trigonometry. We'll find distances, and I will give you a sheet which gives you this diagram which is properly drawn. It is difficult to draw. Okay, 10:30 we will begin again. Now we consider only X circle opposite to A. Okay, and we said because of the concurrency of angle bisectors, I get point I and I get point I1. So this is I, which is giving me okay. Now normally this point is called D, this is E, and this is F, and if I have my external bisectors, then I am getting it over here. All those two bisectors and internal bisector of A will be concurrent at I1. Okay, so this angle is equal to this angle is equal to this angle. And then put up perpendiculars from I1 on line BC is denoted D1, this is D2, this is E1, and this is F1. And we said we can draw circles with this as radius and I1 as a center. The circle will be like this, and in circle will be like this. Okay. I1D, I1F, I1E is small r. This is R1, R2, R1, R1, R1. Okay.
So,
Yes.
how can we say that AI and I1 is a straight line?
Because it is internal angle bisector of A. It is a
How do
bisector.
we know that it is I1 only?
Yes, that is what we proved. Because if this is angle bisector, external angle bisector of C, then this point and this is external angle bisector of B, they suppose they intersect at I1, then I1 is equidistant from this line and this line. Therefore, I1 F1 is equal to I1 D1. I1 D1. It is on bisector of C, therefore I1 D1 is equal to I1 E1. Therefore, I1 F1 is equal to I1 E1. And therefore, I1 lies on bisector of A. So, we proved it that I1, I and A are collinear. Okay. Now, let us find out area of triangle using I, ABC. ID, IE, IF, and if we join this I with BC, then we end up getting three triangles. Okay, this proof is simple. You must be having it in your board syllabus also, but let me do it. This is R, this is R, this is R. So now area of triangle ABC is equal to area of triangle IBC plus area of triangle ICA plus area of triangle IAB. Is it correct? Adding three areas. IBC is equal to half BC, that is small a, times R, height, plus half CA means small b times R, plus half AB, that is small c, times R. Therefore, we get R inside bracket A plus B plus C by 2, which is RS. So, area of triangle is in radius into semi-perimeter, one part of the story. Now, whatever work which we can do for in circle, we should be able to do it for X circle also. But before that, tell me, if a point is outside the circle and I am drawing two tangents to the circle, then the length of the tangent, lengths of those two tangents is equal. Okay, we know this result. So now let us consider X circle. Is point A outside circle? Yes. So which two distances should be equal? AF1 should be equal to AE1. Is point B outside X circle? Therefore which two distances should be equal? BF1 should be equal to BD1. Is C point outside X circle? Yes. Therefore which two distances should be equal? CD1 is equal to CE1. These three distances are equal. Okay. So therefore let me calculate perimeter of triangle ABCP is equal to AB plus BC plus CA. Correct? So P by 2, that is semi-perimeter, is equal to A plus B plus C. No, sorry, असं नाही पाहिजे. AB semi-perimeter कशाला काढतोय मी? 2 times semi-perimeter is equal to AB plus BD1 plus D1C plus CA. Is that correct? I am taking point D1. ती काय लिहिते? बरोबर लक्षात आहे, नंतर लिहायला लागेल. BD1 D1C is BC. Correct? So BD1 is equal to BF1, so I can replace that. AB plus BF1 plus CD1 is equal to CE1. So E1C plus CA. This is equal to this, this is equal to this. I can replace them. But AB plus BF1, in diagram AB plus BF1 is AF1 plus, and E1C plus CA is AE1, which is equal to 2 times AF1, because AF1 and AE1 are also equal. Therefore 2 times AF1 is equal to 2 times AE1. Correct? Therefore distance AF1 is equal to distance AE1 is equal to semi-perimeter. So the moment you draw X circle, wherever that X circle touches line AB or AC, that distance from A is always semi-perimeter of the triangle ABC. Okay? This is important property. We must know that. Now, how much is BF1? BF1 is equal to AF1 minus AB. So AF1, BF1 is equal to AF1, we have found out, S, and AB is how much? Small c. So BF1, this distance is S minus C, which is equal to BD1, which is this. Now CE1 is equal to AE1 minus AC, which is equal to S minus B. CE1 is equal to CD1. So by these many calculations, we have found out so many distances. At 2 places I have S. At 2 places I have S minus C. At 2 places I have S minus B. And this is for one X circle which is opposite to A. Similar things will be present for X circle opposite to B and X circle opposite to C. You may explore that afterwards, but this is one case which I have discussed. Important. Second thing I would like to discuss, the way we have found out area using in center, we can find out area using X center also, X circle also. Okay. So now considering X circle, we should be able to find out area of triangle once again. This is I1. This is R1. This is R1. This we said E1. This we said F1. And now D1, B, C, A. Okay. So part of this diagram I am drawing here. Now, what is the area of, say, obtuse angle triangle like this, ABC? How do we find area of obtuse angle triangle like this? So either you put perpendicular from here, let this be D, then area ABC will be equal to BC into AD upon 2. Correct? So need not be that the foot of perpendicular will lie on the side of the triangle. If it is obtuse, it will lie outside. We are interested in height, right? So now I would like to find out area of triangle ABC by considering 3 triangles. I want area of triangle ABC by considering the way I considered there. I1AB, I1AC and I1BC. So what signs should I put in between? I want to find out area of triangle ABC. So can I do that? Find out area of triangle ABC by finding out areas of triangles which involves I1. इथे काय पाहिजे प्लस आणि इथे काय पाहिजे मायनस दिसते का सो टोटल एरिया AB I1 is this much, AC I1 is this much, which is excess than required area, therefore you subtract this much and hence the summation will be plus here and minus here. So how much is I1 AB? So AB is base, which is small c, and height is R1. Height is R1. Therefore half C R1 plus height is R1, side is small b, half B R1 minus height is R1. This length is also R1. So minus half C half A R1. Therefore, if we take R1 out common, what we get is B plus C minus A upon 2, which is R1 into S minus A. So S minus A into R1 also will give us area of triangle ABC. This is opposite to angle A. So if I do opposite to angle B, I will get another formula R2 into S minus B. If I do the same work opposite to C, I will get one more formula R3 into S minus C. And I have already got the formula delta is equal to R into S. So this is delta, this is delta, this is delta. So now if I multiply all 4 these equations, I get delta raised to 4 is equal to S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C, S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C into R, R1, R2, R3. This is product of all of them. But we know these 4 brackets mean delta square into R, R1, R2, R3. Therefore, delta square is equal to R, R1, R2, R3. And hence, delta is equal to radical of R, R1, R2, R3. This is another formula for area of triangle ABC. So, if the triangle is drawn, you can find out their corresponding in radius and x radii, and they are also related with the area. Okay, so let us list how many formulae do we have for finding out area of triangle ABC. Half base height. पुढे हा आधी क्रमाने ज्या क्रमाने शिकतात लहान असल्यापासून तसं सांगा. S minus A ABC upon 4R आधी शिकलाय. हाफ AB sin C. आता याचीच अजून 2 नको लिहायला कारण एका टाईपचेच आहेत ते. पुढे RS अजून राहिला कुठचा
अंडर रूट एस इंटू ब्रॅकेट एस मायनस एन इंटू एस मायनस मीडियनच्या लेन्स दिल्या असतील.
पण ते आपण लक्षात ठेवायची गरज नाही. इथे तसे आमच्या एका मुलाने काहीतरी 1000 तयार केलेत फॉर्म्युले, एरिया ऑफ ट्रायंगलचे 1000 फॉर्म्युले. त्याचा काय उपयोग, म्हणजे तसं ते लक्षात ठेवण्यासारखं मेन बेसिक हे लागणार, आणि हे सगळे माहिती असतील तर पुढचे सगळे शोधून काढता येईल. ओके, सो दीज आर द formulae required, I mean, for finding out area of triangle ABC. So this is one thing that I want to. Now we have proved that this I1, C and I2 are collinear. I2, A and I3 are collinear. I3, B and I1 are collinear. Correct? And the angle bisector of angle A in triangle ABC happens to be altitude of I1, I2, I3. This will be altitude of C. This will be altitude at here. So concurrency point of angle bisectors is in center. Concurrency point of altitudes is orthocenter. So the same point I is in center for triangle ABC, but orthocenter for triangle I1, I2, I3. This is very important. Okay. Now coming back to trigonometry. हे तुमच्याकडे असेल लिहिलेलं, माहिती आहे तुम्हाला?
So that I we have got from construction, no, as orthocenter.
No, we got as in center of triangle ABC, but now we are looking at it from I1, I2, I3 point of view, and we say that I is orthocenter.
So we have just drawn the altitudes and equipment.
Yeah, if we draw triangle I1, I2, I3 first, then draw altitudes, you will get I. If you draw triangle ABC first, then draw angle bisectors, you will get I. हे लिहिलेलं आहे का तुमच्याकडे? लिहून घ्या सगळं आत्ताच आहे. बिकॉज इन ट्रिग्नोमेट्री बुकलेट दॅट आय एम गोइंग टू गिव्ह यू, these things are not there. In terms of angles of triangle and trigonometric ratio. So prove that small r is equal to 4r sin a by 2 sin b by 2 sin c by 2. So in radius of triangle ABC can be expressed in terms of angles of triangle ABC and circumradius of triangle ABC. Delta is equal to RS, therefore R is equal to delta upon S, correct? Now delta is equal to ABC upon 4R. Correct? Therefore we get ABC upon 2R into A plus B plus C. Now, बरोबर आहे ना? So this is what is sides. Now we want angles. We don't want ABC in final answer. We want all angles. So therefore, A upon sin A is equal to 2R. Therefore, A is equal to 2R sin A. 2R sin A into 2R sin B into 2R sin C upon 2R sin A, नहीं, 2R sin A plus 2R sin B plus 2R sin C, correct? Which is equal to, सगळा जरा 2R चा बिझनेस किती झाला बघा. न्यूमरेटर मध्ये 8R क्यूब डिनॉमिनेटर मध्ये 4r square. So 8r cube upon 4r square is 2r. Now shall I do it, or we want to get into half angle, so shall we use this 2r शिल्लक 2 sin a by 2 cos a by 2 into 2 sin b by 2 cos b by 2 into 2 sin c by 2 cos c by 2 बरोबर, डिवायडेड बाय हा 2r आपण ऑलरेडी हिशोब झालेला आहे. सो इनसाइड ब्रॅकेट sin a प्लस sin b प्लस sin c इज 4 cos a by 2 cos b by 2 cos c by 2. आठवतंय का? काल केलंय. इन ट्रायंगल ABC दिस इज हॅपनिंग. Therefore sin a plus sin b plus sin c is 4 cos a by 2 cos b by 2 cos c by 2. Now majority of the things will get cancelled and you will get desired formula. Total 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, 16 divided by 4 is 4. R only once. Cos a by 2 cos a by 2 gone. Cos b by 2 cos b by 2 gone. Cos c by 2. Sin a by 2 sin b by 2 sin c by 2. सांगा काय नाही समजलंय? चालेल. मेनी डिफरंट वेज ऑफ डुईंग इट, नो इश्यू. बरोबर आहे, समजलंय सगळ्यांना? सो नाव आय वॉन्ट यू टू फाइंड आउट व्हॉट इज R1. I will not tell you RHS, you find out yourself. What is R1 in terms of angles of triangle and trigonometric ratios? It will something look like this only, but with little difference. Find out R1, find out R2 and find out R3. That is in radius, x radius opposite to A, x radius opposite to B and x radius opposite to C. Find out. Sin A plus sin B minus sin C. Let us find out what this is. Again, yesterday's technique. Sin A plus sin B. 2 sin A plus B by 2 cos A minus B by 2. And what will happen to sin A plus B by 2? It will be cos C by 2, and therefore we want to expand this as 2 sin C by 2 cos C by 2, okay, which is equal to 2 cos C by 2 cos A minus B by 2 minus 2 sin C by 2 cos C by 2. So I can take out 2 cos C by 2 common inside bracket, cos A minus B by 2 minus cos C by 2 common काढला, sin C by 2. What is sin C by 2 in terms of A and B? 2 cos C by 2 inside bracket cos A minus B by 2 minus sin C by 2 is cos A plus B. So this is cos minus cos, which is 2 sin sin, बरोबर, minus 1 times sin A minus B plus A plus B by 4 sin A minus B minus A minus B by 4. Correct है? Which is equal to 2 cos A by 2, नहीं इथे 2 येणार ना, इथे 2. So therefore it is 4 cos C by 2. Now minus sign it is there, so 2A by 4 is sin A by 2. This is sin minus B by 2. That minus sign and this minus sign cancels, therefore it is sin B by 2. Okay, so sin A plus sin B minus sin C looks like 4 cos C by 2 sin A by 2 sin B by 2. So the whatever minus sin C is there, so instead of sin A by 2 we get sin C by 2, we get cos C by 2. That is the difference. So therefore can we directly write down sin B plus sin C minus sin A equals 4 sin, लक्ष आहे का सगळ्यांचं, 4 sin B by 2 sin C by 2 cos A by 2. Something like that. And for R1 you require one identity, for R2 you will require another identity, for R3 you will require third identity. Third identity will be sin C plus sin A minus sin B is equal to 4 sin C by 2 sin A by 2 cos B by 2. These two identities you will require. Then you will get R1, R2 and R3. Procedure you may follow exactly same procedure. Starting point, instead of R it will be R1 delta upon S minus A. So you write S minus A meaning what? Delta 4AB. Everything same. Except this identity you will require one of the three identities and simplification. Therefore R1, R2, R3 should be possible in next 5 minutes. So delta is equal to R1 into S minus A. Delta is ABC upon 4R. S minus A is B plus C minus A upon 2. This gives ABC upon 2R into B plus C minus A. Applying sine rule, we get 2R sin A, 2R sin B, 2R sin C divided by 2R inside bracket 2R sin B plus 2R sin C minus 2R sin A, which is equal to 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So 2R, now in sin A, 2 sin A by 2 cos A by 2, 2 sin B by 2 cos B by 2, 2 sin C by 2 cos C by 2. That is sin A sin B sin C divided by this 2R we have taken care. Sin B plus sin C minus sin A. Sin B plus sin C minus sin A is 4 sin B by 2 cos C by 2. No, sin C by 2 cos A by 2. Array, is that right? Now 16 upon 4 is equal to 4. R sin B by 2 cancel. Sin C by 2 cancel. Cos A by 2 cos A by 2. So sin A by 2 will survive. Cos B by 2 will survive. Cos C by 2 will survive. This is what is R1. Similarly R2 and similarly R3. बोला. R1 ला का रे असं का? Tan A by 2 is equal to delta upon, हो येऊ शकेल, करेक्ट, चालेल, तसंही चालेल, नो प्रॉब्लेम. Okay, so now we have 4 formulae with us. R, we have R1, which is 4R sin A by 2 cos B by 2 cos C by 2. R2 is, बोला R2 किती येणार? 4R cos A by 2 sin B by 2 sin cos C by 2. अँड R3 काय येणार 4R cos A by 2 cos B by 2 sin C by 2. Okay? Can you give me x, y, z belonging to R expand sin x plus y plus z equal to. जमेल का रिवाइज करूया जरा खालचे फॉर्म्युले जरा परत एकदा हां साइन अल्फा प्लस बीटा वगैरे जरा करूया एकदा काल ठेवलं होतं लक्षात आज कदाचित विसरायला झालं असेल सांग साइन ए प्लस बी हां बरं तू सांग कॉस ए प्लस बी
cos A cos B minus sin A sin B.
शाबास कॉस ए मायनस बी
cos A cos B plus sin A sin B.
आणि साइन ए मायनस बी
Sin A cos B minus sin cos A sin B.
बरं ठीक आहे साइन ए प्लस साइन बी
Sin A plus sin B is equal to sin A plus B by 2 into cos A minus B by 2.
शाबास टू सॉरी साइन ए मायनस साइन बी साइन ए मायनस साइन बी नाही आठवत साइन ए प्लस बी साइन बी आठवतोय हिने सांगितलं ना आत्ता साइन प्लस साइन इज टू साइन कॉस साइन मायनस साइन इज टू कॉस साइन ओके सांग तू साइन ए मायनस साइन बी साइन ए मायनस साइन बी टू कॉस ए प्लस बी बाय 2 साइन ए मायनस बी बाय 2 नंतर केले होते ते फॉर्म्युले ठीक आहे ओके सो वी वॉन्ट टू और मे बी आय विल नॉट वेट शॅल आय वेट और शॅल आय एक्सपांड करता तुम्ही करा पटापट करा साइन एक्स प्लस वाय प्लस झेड